Cowboys 3H, top left, Dallas Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott 4 runs for a would-be fourth-quarter touchdown in their NFC Wild Card win over the Seattle Seahawks at it. Dak came up short but ran in the touchdown a couple plays later. The Cowboys won, 24-22. Tom Fox, The Dallas Morning News, top right, Dallas Mavericks forward Kristaps Porzingis, 6, and Dallas Mavericks forward Luka Doncic, 77, meet after practice at American Airlines Center in Dallas on Monday, February 4, 2019. Vernon Bryant, The Dallas Morning News, bottom left, Rangers President of Baseball Operations and General Manager John Daniels addresses members of the media following the dismissal of manager Jeff Bannister on Friday, Sept. 21, 2018 at Globe Life Park in Arlington, Texas. Bench coach Don Wakamatsu has been named as the team's interim manager. Ryan Michaelesco, The Dallas Morning News, bottom right, Dallas Stars Jamie Benn, 14, celebrates his goal against the Vancouver Canucks during the third period of an NHL hockey game Saturday. Dak. 1, 2018, in Vancouver, British Columbia, Ben Nelms, The Canadian Press via AP, by Kevin Sherrington, staff columnist at Sherrington. Questions, everyone's got questions. Are we really all alone in the universe? Was it something we said? Does a career with modest pay but interesting perks automatically mean your mother-in-law won't approve? If the lovely wife is out of town, do I still snore? Unfortunately, these are questions too big even for your intrepid reporter. But questions about the 4 local sports franchises? Child's play. Should the Cowboys pay Dak Prescott like a franchise quarterback? Tom Fox, staff photographer Dallas Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott 4 walks to the locker room after losing to the Los Angeles Rams in their NFC divisional playoff game at Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum in Los Angeles, Saturday, January 12, 2019. The Cowboys lost 30-22. Tom Fox, The Dallas Morning News, I can hear you now. Everyone knows the big question is when is Jerry Jones going to hire a real general manager? That's not a question. It's a complaint. You know the answer anyway. Jerry will hire a GM when telemarketers give up. Dak is the most polarizing Cowboy since Tony Romo. Which shows how quickly it can turn. Quit football, become a psychic broadcaster and watch everyone forget that you won just 2 playoff games. Dak's biggest public relations problem is that his most glaring weaknesses, accuracy and indecision in the pocket, were Romo's strengths. Dak's critics are slow to credit his durability, leadership and winning percentage, especially in the clutch. But are those qualities good enough to pay him, say, $28 million a year? If your answer is no, you should know that's what Kirk Cousins is averaging over 3 seasons with the Vikings. And I think I'd rather have Dak. Sign up for our free Cowboys newsletter, but I wouldn't pay him just yet. The advantage of a quarterback making just $2 million this fall is it allows you to pay someone else. 2 of the Warriors' last 3 titles came when Steph Curry was making $12 million, tops. See how Dak performs in a different version of the offense, with a better line and another season of Amari Cooper. If still like him, then give him the money. Remember this, too, all you haters, quarterbacks are like jobs, never give up on one until you have another in hand. Will the Rangers ever develop a frontline pitcher? Smiley end. Pool, staff photographer Texas Rangers pitcher Mike Minor throws a bullpen session as pitching coach Julio Rangel looks on during a spring training workout at the team's training facility on Sunday, February 17, 2019, in Surprise, Arizona. Smiley end. Pool, The Dallas Morning News, the best pitchers the Rangers discovered and nurtured and promoted to the big leagues were Kevin Brown and Kenny Rogers. Problem is, I could have written that same sentence 25 years ago. A handful of pitchers have had their moments before and since, but it's not exactly the '93 Braves. This has not only been John Daniels' problem. Generations of Rangers execs have failed. Where did they all go wrong? Is it a curse? Do we need to exorcise the globe? We've already sacrificed David Clyde. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe the Rangers should bring him back, publicly apologize and prevent him from leaving until he signs a release. Sign up for our free Rangers newsletter. Or could it be that what the Rangers have needed all these years was not an ace but a thermostat? A hospitable work environment for laboring pitchers would help. Koji Uehara probably still hasn't cooled off since his summers in Arlington. Of course, it's not so simple. Piling up pitching must become a priority. In my 3 decades following the Rangers, it's been an occasional strategy. Daniels has finally come to just such a conclusion, which improves his odds of eventually finding a pearl in all these shells. Sooner or later, you'd think they'd just get lucky. Can the Mavs find a third star this summer? Stephen M. Dowell, TNS. The Orlando Magic's Nikola Vucevic celebrates as he walks off the floor following a 107-100 win against the Indiana Pacers at the Amway Center in Orlando, Florida, on Thursday, Jan. 31, 2019. Stephen M. Dowell, Orlando Sentinel, TNS. Kristaps Porzingis is a second star, no matter what you may believe. Wait until you see his chemistry with Luka Doncic. Promise. The Mavs will also have about $30 million to spend on another player. Or players, if Plan A doesn't work out. Initial thoughts centered on Orlando's brute center, Nikola Vucevic. He'd give the Mavs the physical presence and rebounding they need, and he's got a typical European skill set. Done, right? Except Sports Day alum Mark Stein says the Mavs' pursuit of Vucevic may be overstated. They'd reportedly like a little more shooting, speed and athleticism to mix with Porzingis and Doncic. Sign up for our free Mavs newsletter, anyway. If not Vucevic, then what? Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, Kawhi Leonard. Consider this your alarm clock. Never put too much stock into what you hear or don't hear about the Mavs' plans. History shows they like to surprise. I still wouldn't rule out Vucevic. Failing that, they may go for smaller fish this summer. Indiana's Bojan Bogdanovic is a terrific shooter and scorer. He'd fill a need until a few contracts expire and the Mavs take runs at free agency in 2020 or 2021, when Porzingis and Doncic really catch on. Goes first, Jamie Benn or Jim Nill. Ronald Martinez, Getty Images. Dallas, Texas, January 30th, Jamie Benn. Photo by Ronald Martinez, Getty Images. You know me, and it's not as Mr. Hockey. But it seems safe to say by now that Nill has not transformed the Stars into Red Wings South. 3 head coaches in 6 years. 2 short playoff runs. 1 volcanic eruption from the team president. Nill's high point came 3 months into the job, when he traded for Boston bad boy Tyler Seguin. Since then, not so much. Depending on how they finish out this season, it might be time for another blockbuster this summer. Jim Lights didn't famously call out Benn and Seguin because he was bored. Not his style. Sounds a little more like something that might have come from the owner, Tom Gagliardi. He's a smart, commanding guy who hires good people and leaves them do their jobs. A novel approach in this market. But he also expects to win and frankly, he's been patient enough. Here's betting it means either Nill or Benn won't be back next season. I've been wrong before. Even about sports I know a little. Twitter, @SharingTingman.